Hello, and thank you for joining me. My name is Benjamin, or Maho, or Mahoski, depending on where you found me. Today I'm going to show my technique for taking a piece of scanned original artwork and bringing out the inked layer onto its own editable layer. I originally found this technique by watching the artist of boxer hockey, Tyson Hesse. One of his YouTube videos, he goes through and mentions somewhat of this technique, but I figured I could expand upon it to show the steps I take, and since his original video is kind of buried and the specific steps aren't quite, uh, they're not the main focus, I wanted to bring it out and say, hey, here's the steps you take. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Under Image, Adjustment, Hue Saturation, I'm going to go through and get rid of the cream color to the paper, the multiple colors that I use for my original sketch layers. And I like to use the cream color because it's just a little bit more interesting than the white. But, you know, sometimes when you want to have just kind of a brighter and less tedious to get rid of paper, you might want to go with something like Bristol white, whatever feels comfortable to you. Since this was done in my sketchbook, this was good for me. I like to use the multiple colors because it just shows different steps, helps me separate different elements, and I can focus a little bit better. Every now and then I like to use a non-photo blue pencil, which we can just get rid of that color by going to the cyans and blues. Non-photo, you'd think it wouldn't show up, but it does. Alright, now that I've gone through, since I go through this a lot, I'm going to go ahead and save the preset. And we're just going to go, right, just locate where you're going to save it, so we can call upon it in the future. I'm going to call this my kill sketchbook colors. Save. Now that we have the preset, we can go back to it any time, which would be very nice because we can just skip all these steps. Hit OK, save, go back to Image, Adjustments, Levels. We're going to get rid of the texture that's in the background here and kind of darken out the lines a little bit more. So the left slider here controls your darks. If we bring that to the right, darks become darker. The one on the right controls the light colors. If we bring that to the left, the gray tone in the background disappears. And if we take it too far, we actually kill some of the black. So we want to take it probably just to get rid of this information off to the right here. So we'll put it right at the end of that. I guess this would be a valley. And the center slider here are your midtones. If we take that, we can move it to the left, and again we can kill some of the darkness that's in the line work, but we want to bring it to the right and just really emphasize those lines. Hit OK, and the reason I'm not saving that as a preset is it's very piece independent. So we're going to look over one last time, make sure that everything's dark like we want it, and it's looking good. I'm going to go ahead and double click my background layer, name it Original, just to make this editable and we can work with it more later. Control A to select all, and now this is the most important step out of this entire process. If we go to Channels, create a new channel, we'll call this Line Alpha, paste in our artwork, invert the artwork. Now, what'll happen is when we go in and do the next part, it'll select everything that's white. If we want, we can go in and get rid of some of these extra little dots that are all over the place just to really clear it up, but honestly they're not going to show up. We'll want to click RGB just to make sure that we're not always looking at the line alpha. Go back to layers. We're going to create 2 more layers. Actually, let's create 3. Layer 1, we're going to call this one background. Layer 2, I'm going to make this my color layer. And layer 3 are my inks. Let's go ahead and hide the original. Fill the background with white. Go up to our ink layer. And let's go ahead and bring in those inks. Under Select, Load Selection, change the channel to line alpha, the one that we just created not too long ago. Hit OK. And if you can see the dancing ants, we have the outline or the fill area for where our line work will go. Fill that with black. And we have our artwork. It's on its own individual layer. There's no white information to get in the way. We can turn on our transparency lock, which is my favorite reason for going this route and why I don't like using the multiply approach. Because this way, we can go through and we can paint our lines if we hit that lovely, lovely transparency lock button. Under color, go back, fill them with color, and that's absolutely horrid. But you get the point. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and hide that. Alright, and because I think I forgot to mention it earlier, I want to point out that right now I'm working in Photoshop CS6. However, this technique really can be applied to any version of Photoshop, and probably other programs as well. That's pretty much it, and I hope this video has been very helpful for you. Take this into the wild and go and make some beautiful art. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.